From the College Football Hall of Fame in Atlanta, I'm Erik G for 92.1 The Ticket and the 92.1 The Ticket app. Thank you very much to the McDonald's McCrispy snack wrap for sponsoring our trip to Atlanta. And if you haven't had one of those yet, what are you waiting for? They're only here for a limited time. You've got the Caesar, you've got the spicy, and just because it has the word snack in it, McCrispy chicken snack wrap, doesn't mean you have to have one for a snack. You can have one for lunch, then you can have one for a snack, and you can have one for dinner as well. There's no law that says you can't have 3 or 4 of those in a day, and I highly recommend it. Matter of fact, I'm going to have one tonight before I jump on my plane out of here. Day 4, Arkansas finally took the podium today. We actually talked to Sam Pittman prior to him taking the podium and actually talking to the local media, and that's when he told us that Ismail Cece is most likely going to be out for the season. However, all of us who are worried about the Arkansas Razorback receiving corps, I guess, can take a bit of a deep breath and step back, because Sam Pittman seemed very confident in the receiving corps. As a matter of fact, he thinks he's got 8 or 9 guys that can actually play in the SEC, especially some of those guys who transferred from other schools that were in the group of 5 or the group of 6. One of the guys he's really excited about is Anthony Jordan. He's a freshman from Arkansas, and he doesn't know if he will quite be Traylon Burks, but he has a feeling that he has to be something special. The other thing that Arkansas has is Cam Shanks, and Sam does feel that Cam Shanks could be that guy that every time he returns punts is a threat to go to the house, and if you're a threat to go to the house on punts, you could be a threat to go to the house every time you get the ball in your hands. And one of the things that we've been most concerned about, does Arkansas have that guy? Do they have that guy that is always a threat to make the big play? Well, in Anthony Jordan and Cam Shanks, Arkansas may very well have. Now, they have to prove it on the field, but if you're looking for reasons to be positive, and we know every Arkansas fan is looking for anything to cling to this year to feel good about the football team, the receiving corps may actually be one of them. The other thing you might be looking out for is special teams. I've already told you about Cam Shanks. The other thing is there's a kicking battle going on. And after watching these guys in spring, you certainly have a better shot of making a field goal when you run a guy out there than you did last season. He's very confident in Taylor Green, says Taylor Green's healthy. Feels like Taylor Green has really improved over the spring. Decision-making's gotten better. But the other thing that really keeps Sam confident about Taylor Green is the fact that he's in year 2 of Bobby Petrino's offense. And usually in year 2, that's when you see the most improvement from a Bobby Petrino offense. And if that's the case, then Taylor Green is going to end up being one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the SEC by the end of this season, without a question. He certainly has the size, the arm strength, and the accuracy to be that. It's just a matter of being able to put together enough wins in order to be recognized the way that Taylor Green deserves to be recognized. I asked Taylor Green today if he thought that Arkansas could be the best running team in the SEC. He feels very confident in his running backs. Neither he or Sam Pittman would go that far. I'll go that far to tell you that they can run the ball better than anybody in the SEC, even though they don't have the best running back in the conference. You're 4 deep at that position. And that's the one thing that Taylor Green and Sam Pittman are glad about, is that it should take some pressure off Taylor Green. And most of that pressure can be applied to really the offensive line, which is greatly improved, and to the running backs. And if Arkansas can run the ball and limit how much Taylor Green has to pass, that might be the recipe for winning, just keeping other offenses off the field. It was good to see Cam Ball here today representing his dad, Iceman. His dad, Iceman, was actually nicknamed after George Gervin, because apparently the guy had a devastating finger roll like Gervin did. And it was cool to see the pendant that he was wearing, and just how gregarious he was about the whole situation, coming back to his hometown Atlanta, getting the opportunity to represent the Razorbacks. And finally, we'll wrap it up with this. And this might be the most intriguing thing. I probably should have led with this, but I thought you might want to know more a little bit about the football end. Sam Pittman made the statement today in the big room that he thought that Arkansas should play Arkansas State, that rivalry should be there. And we know Butch Jones has been clamoring to play the Hogs every single year. Now, this is one I've been against, because I don't see what the Razorbacks get out of playing Arkansas State every year. But if Sam Pittman feels like he wants it on the schedule, it's probably going to get on the schedule. I ask Do you want to play that game in Little Rock? Is it the best thing to do? Play that game in Little Rock, keep it at a neutral site, so to speak. Sam Pittman said no. Sam doesn't want to play any more games in Little Rock, and he made that abundantly clear today. He also knows that the governor will have the biggest say in that, and when you are governor, obviously, it goes without saying, but there's a lot of politics involved. There's a lot of people you have to make happy. And the decision to keep the Razorbacks in Little Rock might actually be the toughest decision that she has to make, and it might be the most scrutinized decision that she has to make during her entire career. I am very sympathetic to her having to do this. I think if you're her, there are other bills, other laws you would rather get behind, even though you know you're going to alienate some people. Half the people will be happy. In this situation, there's probably not anybody that's going to be happy unless they are from the central and the eastern part of the state of Arkansas. If I had to bet, I would bet that the Razorbacks do end up playing in Little Rock, and I wouldn't be surprised if that annual game, or at least 3 out of 4 years, once was against Arkansas State. It's been fun here at SEC Media Days. It was great to see Sam. He undoubtedly stole the show. It was him and Eli Drinkwitz. I guess they did save the best for last, because every other coach other than them, an absolute snooze fest. So as a Razorback fan, even if you're not the biggest Sam Pittman fan, you can take some solace in the fact that your coach doesn't put anyone to sleep. And yes, I did nod off at least 3 times during Brent Venables' press conference, because the guy said absolutely nothing. Sam was open, he was honest, and he doesn't do coach speak. And for that, he should definitely be appreciated. Thanks again to McDonald's and the McCrispy snack wrap. Again, Caesar, spicy, they're both fantastic. Go by, get one today. I'm telling you, you do one at noon for lunch, you do one about 3 for the snack because it's got snack in it, and then you go have one for dinner. You know what? Why am I hanging around here? I'm going to go grab a McCrispy snack wrap myself right now, right before I get on that plane. We'll talk with you tomorrow on 92.1 The Ticket and the 92.1 The Ticket app. God bless everybody. Love everybody.